Squeaky wood floors can be a constant annoyance in the home. Squeaks are typically caused by the movement between individual floorboards, between floorboards and the subfloor, or between the subfloor and the floor joist underneath. To fix the problem, you have to determine what part of the floor is causing the problem. Here are a few quick fixes and a more permanent one. If the squeak seems to be coming from the floorboards, try this temporary fix. Lubricate the rubbing surfaces with powdered graphite. In a pinch, talcum powder will often work as well. Work the graphite down into the floorboards by repeatedly stepping on the area to quiet the noise. The lubrication will often quiet the squeak. If the floorboards have warped, or the original fasteners have loosened and the floor is pulled away so far from the subflooring that the boards need to be refastened, try re-securing the floor by driving nails through the face of the boards. Quiet that moving board by drilling pilot holes into the wood to keep the floorboard from splitting, and then driving 6 to 8 penny flooring nails into the loose floorboard. Drive the nails in at least a ½ inch away from the edge of the board to prevent splitting. Nails can be set with a nail set, and the holes filled with wood putty and lightly rubbed with a rag to remove any excess. Screws do a better job of pulling two pieces of wood together, but require effort to use. Here's how you do it. First, drill a hole with a profile bit. A profile bit allows the head of the screw to be set below the level of the floorboard. Be aware of any mechanical, electrical, or plumbing equipment below the work area before drilling through the subfloor. Then, drive the screw into the floorboard. You should feel it pulling the floorboard tight against the subflooring. To make the plug or bung, you need a plug cutter the same size as the head of the screw. You drill the bungs out of the same species of wood that the floor is made out of. You can often get a scrap of it at your local lumber yard. Holding the drill vertically, press the cutter down into the board until the top of the cutter stops in the wood. Pop out the bung with a screwdriver. Cover the sides of the bung with a little wood glue, and then press or lightly tap the bung into the hole with the rough side facing up, and the grain in line with the grain of the floor. When the bung is dried, cut the excess material off with a chisel if needed, or just lightly sand the bung until the surface is flush with the floor. Using the same stain as was used on the floor, apply the stain to the bung and let it soak in. Finish the surface with either a gloss or matte polyurethane to match your existing floor. Sometimes the squeaks aren't caused by the boards rubbing together, but by friction between the subflooring and the joists. Using shims to fill any gaps can be a quick and easy fix. You might spot spaces between the subflooring and the joists, causing the squeaks. Our project house has a plank subfloor, but the process for a home with a plywood subfloor is just the same. Put a little glue on the surface of a wooden shim, and drive the shim between the flooring and the joists to quiet that squeak.